Hello, my loves, and welcome to, is it really day 5 of Vlogmas already? Don't know how that happened, but today I'm going to be taking you on a little fun journey of Ayurveda, and we're actually going to talk about some Ayurvedic herbs. Actually, just one herb in particular, and that's ashwagandha. This bad boy is it's hitting the holistic health space, and I noticed it's all over in big box stores like Target. I can't tell you how many times I see it now than I ever have before. So it's definitely coming into the market right now, and it's actually very interesting because this happens all the time with Ayurveda products. So they hit mainstream markets and it becomes this new trend, new fad. Everybody starts taking it and everybody starts doing it, which I love. Don't get me wrong. I love, especially when it comes to things like oil pulling, castor oil packs, tongue scraping. But with ashwagandha and herbs in general, I kind of always hit the red light. Slow down, hold on. First of all, do you really need to be taking that? Second of all, where does it come from, right? So if you're not using a good source of it, it's kind of pointless. And plus it could do more harm than good. Ashwagandha can be found in many different ways too. This is a powder form, but you can also find it in a supplement form, in a pill form, a capsule form, or even in gummies, which I don't know, sometimes I don't suggest that. But for ashwagandha, it definitely plays a big role on your nervous system and is also a nerve tonic. And it's really great to balance out any type of vata disorders. And if you're like, what is vata? Babe, you need to book an appointment with me. I got you. One of the beautiful things about ashwagandha is that it's a very relaxing herb, and it can actually help you manage pain and handle pain better. In Ayurvedic literature, one of the things that we talk about ashwagandha for is if you are feeling tired, weak, lack of energy, then ashwagandha is really good for that. It's also said to be helpful in the reproductive function as well, especially when it comes to sexual activity. So it's such a beautiful layer of an herb, right? A fun fact about ashwagandha is that it is caffeine free, and it's also an adaptogen. So ashwagandha, again, is very famous in Ayurveda, and it has become famous outside of India even, especially after Korean ginseng became a popular some years ago, and it actually has a lot of the same adaptogenic properties as ginseng. So ashwa means horse in Sanskrit, and gandha means smell. So the aroma of ashwagandha is very much like the smell of a horse. Fun little fact there. So this particular herb, again, is really good in restoring the energy levels of someone who's just very weak and tired. So maybe that feels like you right now. And it's also really beautiful in playing a substantial role in delaying the process of aging. Ashwagandha in particular also really helps the body cope with stress. It supports healthy adrenal function, fosters healthy energy levels throughout the day, calms the mind, promotes restful sleep at night. We love to hear it. And it's also great for a calm mind. Overall strength and vitality, also supports libido and the reproductive system. And last but not least, ashwagandha is also known to help with blood sugar balance and also some antidepressant properties. But ashwagandha isn't for everyone, and this is why you want to be careful if you take ashwagandha. Always talk to your primary care provider or any medical provider that you're under care of, or you can always talk to me as I'm an Ayurveda practitioner as well. So a lot of people with thyroid issues or even PCOS or autoimmune disorders might want to rethink taking ashwagandha, which, if you know anything about me, I have PCOS, endometriosis, and Hashimoto's. So this isn't something that I take personally every day, even though I would love to. It sounds such a beautiful herb. I have taken it from time to time again, and every now and then I do enjoy an ashwagandha latte mix, which is what I'm going to show you how to make today. But just a little bit more about PCOS and ashwagandha. So if you have, in cases of PCOS, usually you have more excess of the androgens, which is testosterone. So ashwagandha is contraindicated in this case because it promotes testosterone. So if you're experiencing any like acne along the chin or weight gain like in your midsection, then you really want to avoid ashwagandha because it can, again, elevate that testosterone. So at the same time though, ashwagandha can also treat hormonal imbalances because of the adaptogenic properties and also helping the body cope with stress and lower cortisol, which is so important, right? And it's also known to support adrenal and thyroid function, and especially because it balances like the hormones. So because of like the complexities of this, if you suffer from menstrual issues or hormonal imbalance, you should definitely work with an experienced practitioner or even with your own primary care doctor to see if you can use this. And then again, with the autoimmune condition, you may want to rethink it as it is an adaptogen. It helps like upregulates the immune system. So it helps the body really respond to stress. But with people that have autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and even type 1 diabetes, they may experience kind of harmful effects when their system is pushed into overdrive. So the same thing goes to people with Graves' disease. It will stimulate the thyroid and worsen like an overactive thyroid. So definitely a few contraindications of this. And then also remember that this is an herb and it's a very potent herb. So everybody might experience symptoms and side effects differently. I always like to say that there's never truly like a side effect of an herb, more so your body telling you like, hey, this herb is not for us and our constitution. So today I want to show you how to make an ashwagandha latte. First off, always getting this from Banyan Botanicals. And if you do put this in your cart, be sure to use code 15Sarah. It's going to save you 15% off. And then it's also going to help support me in my business. Passive income is where it's at, especially on the times when I'm working from home and I don't always have a whole bunch of clientele to support that. So able for me to keep giving you free content, please use my code. Thank you. Anyways, this little latte mix is absolutely amazing. It lasts quite a bit. And remember, you don't want to be taking this every single day. So for me, what I like to do is I'm actually using my everyday dose coffee mix, which if you haven't seen my other previous mineral mocktail video, you may not know about this, but this is mushroom coffee, everyday dose. It had a hole in the bag, so I had to put it in a little Ziploc bag. They're a great company so far. I'm really enjoying them. I could do a whole video on everyday dose, but I'm using my leftover everyday dose from this morning. I had a little bit left over. I boiled it, and then I'm going to add the ashwagandha mix into this. Now today I'm making a iced latte, but able to get this to melt truly how I want it, we had to make this nice and warm first. So the serving on this is 1.5 teaspoons. I'm only going to use a teaspoon because, again, I'm very sensitive to ashwagandha, and it's not just something that I use very often. So, and then from there, I'm just going to get it all nice and mixed up. Beautiful. And that's why I like to use something hot to dissolve it in, because it dissolves so much better. So this latte mix also has some maple sugar in it, ashwagandha root, velvet bean seed, shatavari, burdock, cinnamon, cardamom, and harataki. So lots of other great, beautiful herbs in here as well. And then from there, I'm just going to add a little bit of oat milk. Shake it up. This is the brand that I personally love and use, especially because the ingredients are not near as bad as some of the other alternative milks out there. So we're just going to pour that in. And then from here, I usually like to get a shaker cup, put some ice in it, shake it, get it mixed up real well, and then pour it back in here and enjoy my iced latte. That is so good. So that is all on ashwagandha today. Let me know what other herb you would like to see next and go be well. Love you so much.